Today we're breaking down a fiery flip where Anna Navarro absolutely roasts Nikki Haley. If you've been following Haley's wild political career moves, jumping on and off the Trump train, you already know there's a lot to unpack here. Navarro doesn't hold back, but let's be real. She's not exactly innocent in all of this either. Hypocrisy? Oh, it's everywhere. Power plays all over the place.
Kamala Harris lost an election. Nikki Haley has lost every modicum of dignity because after first criticizing him, then she took it back, then she ran against him, then she endorsed him, then she practically begged him to let her campaign with him.
Calling Haley's groveling begging is brutal, and honestly, not far off. Haley's out here trying to play every side at once. Criticize Trump, then praise him, then criticize him again. Hit the lane. But let's not pretend Navarro is above this kind of flip-flopping herself.
Now he's saying, bye, Felicia. I mean, it truly is. I find it incredibly embarrassing. Nikki Haley is getting torched, and I enjoy it. I really do. Now, Nikki Haley, of course, tried to play politics, tried to get on Donald Trump's good side for her own political benefit, and then turned on Trump when she thought that it would be advantageous for her political career. She will not be part of Trump's administration. In fact, he made that clear on X, writing, "I will not be inviting former Ambassador Nikki Haley." Last time I talked to him was back in June. They're very aware that we're on standby. They know that we would be there to help. I've helped with some fundraising letters and text messages and those types of things. So we've done that. But look, we're on the same team. It is their campaign's decision on what he needs in these last final days. It does not bother me at all. They also need to look at how they're talking about women.
All right. Haley's got a point here. Trump's messaging hasn't exactly been hit with women. But let's be real. Haley's constructive criticism comes off more like someone trying to stay relevant than someone genuinely trying to make change. If you really care about the issue, why are you still standing by him? Navarro's right to call it out, but again, there's a whiff of a selective outrage here. Politics. It's all about timing.
I mean, this bromance and this masculinity stuff, I mean, it borders on edgy to the point that it's going to make women uncomfortable.
Haley is calling out Trump for alienating women, which is fair, except for the fact that she's still offering to campaign for him. You can't flame the playbook while asking to join the team. It's a weird move, like trying to scold someone and get their approval at the same time. Navarro's critique here is sharp, but don't forget, her own allies played the same game when it's convenient.
You know, you've got affiliated PACs that are doing commercials about calling Kamala the C word, or you had speakers at Madison Square Gardens, referring to her and her pimps. That is not the way to win women.
Nikki Haley never had any chance at all in being the Trump administration. Mike Pompeo, also a guy who considered running against Donald Trump and then didn't make up his mind all the way until the convention to endorse him. Meanwhile, he's like Mike Waltz, Marco Rubio, Elise Stefanik, who are worse neocons. Get in the back door. Get in the back door. Miriam Adelson, have I made you happy? Okay. Oh, I am against Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo. So it's also a distraction while he brings the same exact warhawk neocon ideology back on the White House.
Navarro touches on loyalty, and honestly, she's right. Trump's obsession with surrounding himself with yes men and yes women is one of his biggest weaknesses. But let's not pretend Anna's team is immune to this.
You are not going to get important feedback that you need in order to be an effective leader. You're just going to get a bunch of people who are going to agree with you and do your bidding, even if your bidding is actually going to hurt the country or isn't a good idea, isn't smart, isn't good for the country. Now, Trump, of course, loves that kind of loyalty. I think that's one of his biggest weaknesses. I mean, look, that's the one thing that Donald Trump did over and over again with his first administration.
They think this is Trump's last term, so she'll run against J.D. Vance. And here's my prediction already, 4 years in advance. She has a 0% chance of winning. Okay, they're not getting it. Republican voters are gone. And the people on TV, they just can't accept it. MAGA doesn't love her.
Right.
And the fact that you can't figure that out is amazing.
Haley doesn't get it, and the establishment doesn't either. Haley's trying to position herself as a future Republican leader. But if she couldn't beat Trump when he was at his weakest, how does she think she's going to win later? The idea that Republican voters will suddenly fall in love with Haley's brand of corporate neocon politics is laughable.
She didn't even come close to Donald Trump when he was at his weakest. You think 95% of Republican voters are going to turn around and vote for Nikki Haley, who they hate? You guys are nuts, man. Everybody on TV is an idiot. So now let me go to Anna Navarro, okay? She said, I can't believe she lost her dignity. How about your dignity?
Fair point, but Navarro's not exactly standing on firm ground here. Let's not forget, she's part of the same establishment that's quick to back whoever fit their narrative at the time. Her critique of Haley's loyalty hits harder when you realize it's a mirror moment. Navarro's loyalty to her insider clique isn't much different.
Oof. Because hold on, all these so-called Democrats now that hated Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney, said they were the worst people on earth. Oh, the rich are getting too much. They don't care about policy. All they care about is their friends winning. And Nikki Haley's one of our establishment friends. And Donald Trump isn't, and Bernie isn't. We don't like them.
Haley's loyalty games have backfired. Navarro's critiques are sharp, but not exactly pure. And the whole situation is a reminder of why voters get fed up. If you're looking for a winner here, there isn't one. Just a lot of ego and ambition on full display.